Hi, and I'm here with Dr. Keith Unger, and we're going to be talking a little bit about alternative medicine. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thanks for having me.
Well, over the years, we've done so many shows on surgery, on all the major diseases, mental illness, so much, but our viewers said, would you please start covering alternative medicine? But you know, a lot of people don't even know what it is. What is alternative medicine?
Well, as the name implies, it's an alternative to medicine, and basically it is things that aren't recognized by the medical arena, and basically it's things that are outside that maybe may not be taught at a medical school. But there are other accredited schools out there that teach some of these alternative medicine professions or techniques, so to speak, but they are different from mainstream medicine, but they are beneficial to a lot of patients.
Now, is it your opinion that alternative medicine, which might include chiropractic, the use of vitamins, diet and exercise, iridology, acupuncture, these type of things, are these things that can be used in conjunction with the world of allopathic medicine?
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of times, realistically, it may take the integration of both medicine and alternative medicine to actually get the patient to the outcome or to the patient's goals they want to obtain with health. And we have to realize that some doctors do that, and they call them complementary alternative medicine practitioners, where they do the prescriptions and in conjunction with herbs and vitamins to help change the physiology and the chemistry of the patient and actually lead them down the road to health.
Well, let's dig right in to a tough question. Why would anybody need to take vitamins in America?
Well, first of all, we have to realize that our foods are not really as nutritious as they used to be. Putting pesticides and chemicals on soil, studies have shown that it actually kills some of the good bacteria, and our soils are devoid of minerals. And so we're not able to get these minerals and nutrients in our food. So a lot of times, if people want to try to prevent disease, if people want to try to increase their health, or if they're in a disease state, if they want to try to balance their chemistry or physiology out, they may need to take these vitamins to actually help these biochemical steps in the body that actually occur. And that's very important because each one of these biochemical steps require a nutrient, a cofactor, an enzyme for that biochemical step to occur. And if you don't have those nutrients, then that can lead you down the road to pathology.
Now, I have read articles that reiterated what you just said, that the content of certain minerals and other factors in food that's organic is higher than what it is when the methods for farming are not organic. Explain that to me a little bit.
Well, it's commercial. We like to call it commercial or conventional food versus organic foods. And we have to realize that when something is grown organic, the soil has to be free of pesticides, which include herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides for a period of 4 years. And basically, they've done studies and tests on these different types of fruits and vegetables that have been grown in organic soil, and they've shown them that the nutritional value is much, much greater, as high as 70 to 80%.
Okay, if we were to walk through the average grocery store, there are a lot of displays for treats, snacks. I'm not going to use the names, but there's these little crunchy chips that are salty that a lot of people love. There are these little cupcake type things that people love to eat. There's a lot of what is generally termed junk food, this type of thing, which of course would probably include burgers and things like that. Now, let's start off with a real simple thing. What are you supposed to eat?
Not those things, to be quite frank. Those things really are, most of the foods out there are sugar-laden. A lot of people are eating processed, refined carbohydrates, and we have to realize that the big question is our food really food? Because a lot of times through the processing and the refining of foods, they destroy all the enzymes, they destroy all the nutrients, they destroy all the vitamins, and then what they do is they put some synthetic vitamins back in to say that you have the RDA of vitamins that you need for the day. So, you know, we have to realize that people need to get their fruits and vegetables in. People need to get their protein in. They need to eat every 2 hours. So, you know, variety is the key when you eat and when you shop. And you should look at your plate, and the more color you have on your plate, the better it is, because you're going to get different antioxidants, you're going to get different chemicals, different nutrients than if you're eating the same green things every day, day in and day out.
I think what you just said was, eat whole foods.
Absolutely.
Which means foods from nature, which are grown but not processed.
That's right. And you know, if you just take, let's take a donut, for instance, versus an apple. We have an apple, it has lots of nutrients, it has water, it has fiber in it. When we take a donut, what's in a donut? We have the white flour, we have the white sugar, and of course we have hydrogenated oils. All of those things, which are man-made, are really not very nutritious for the body, and they actually impede some of the things in the body. You know, trans fats, which is a big buzzword out there, which are hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. There were studies done, and the government actually started regulating them, that they actually have to label that trans fats, whether or not they're in a product. And you can see a lot of products out there at the grocery store say no trans fats on them, but we want to warn the listeners that there's still 500 milligrams of trans fats in them. And we have to realize that these trans fats can wreak havoc on our body, and it's been documented that they can actually affect the cellular membrane, and they can affect different things in our body and slow our systems down.
Okay, I'm going over my personal list. How do you feel about cheeseburgers, and how do you feel about pop?
Well, those aren't on my list, but you know, here's the thing that I tell patients. You know, we are a fast-paced society. We're under a lot of stress. You have to realize that there are going to be times when you have to eat something at a fast food restaurant. So I tell patients, if you eat 21 meals a week and 19 of them are good, you're still going to be pretty healthy. Okay, the cheeseburgers, the trans fats, the fried foods are very bad. The trans fats takes almost 100 days to get out of our body, so we have to realize that our body has to process for a very long time. If you go out and have a cheeseburger once a week, is that going to be harmful? No. It depends upon the quality of meat, of course, if you're eating organic meat versus just, you know, conventional meat. And we have to realize that if you have it once in a while, it's fine. But the problem in America is that people are grabbing that bowl of chips, so to speak, or the sugar-laden foods, or the little cakes and things like that on a regular basis. And what happens, their system becomes imbalanced. And what happens is that they get caught up in this reoccurring cycle where they can't get out of it, because they eat the food, their blood sugars go up, the blood sugars drop, and then they have to go back to that food to get their energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been reading in your newspaper, in the magazine, and all over on TV about the obesity epidemic in America. I mean, over 50% of kids today are approaching that are overweight. Is the obesity epidemic in any way related to what we're talking about?